shocking ancient secret. Why temperance is the ultimate power that makes you unbreakable. Master this and dominate life forever. Temperance is the greatest good. In a world that roars with insatiable demands, craving more attention to feed egos, more power to dominate destinies, more pleasure to numb the soul, more success to validate existence, the ancient Greeks offered a revolutionary whisper that cuts through the chaos like a blade of pure light. Less isn't limitation. Less is liberation. Temperance, they declared, isn't the suppression of desire. It's the triumphant command over it, the sacred key that unlocks a life of unassailable strength, profound peace, and eternal fulfillment. So for Hellenic, the luminous Greek ideal for temperance transcended simple moderation. It was the bedrock of true heroism, the divine equilibrium that empowered warriors to conquer battlefields with measured might, philosophers to unravel the universe's mysteries with balanced insight, and leaders to guide civilizations with enlightened grace. It embodied the art of harmony, the wisdom to rein in excess, the courage to govern impulses even as temptations thunder, the vision to navigate life's storms without being swept away. In this sacred practice lies the ultra-inspirational secret to transcending turmoil, an existence where you command your inner realm, inspiring multitudes to discover their own paths of poised power and radiant resilience. Cast your gaze upon our modern maelstrom, a frenzy of extremes, polarized passions that fracture unity, voracious consumption that devours resources and spirits alike, unchecked ambition that scorches souls in pursuit of fleeting crowns. What harvest do we reap from this unbridled excess? Burnout that extinguishes dreams, breakdowns that shatter potential, enslavement to fleeting urges that leave us hollow and hauntingly unfulfilled. We become puppets to our untamed appetites, emotions that erupt like volcanoes, fears that paralyze like chains, distractions that derail destinies. But behold the transformative glory of temperance. It is not the mark of the mundane or the meek. It is the emblem of the unbreakable, the unshakable, the utterly empowered. Temperance is the quiet uprising of the spirit, the declaration that enough is not resignation, it's revelation. Enough isn't embracing mediocrity. It's unveiling clarity amid clutter, serenity amid storms, the discernment to surge with purpose and pause with power. It's the intuition to voice truths that resonate or listen with intent, that enlightens, to advance with ambition or wait with wisdom that wins. In temperance, you harness the art of sustainable ascension, expanding without the peril of implosion. It safeguards you from the snares of overindulgence, empowering you to nurture your gifts eternally. The warrior infused with temperance doesn't unleash chaos in fury. They channel their valor with precision, becoming legends whose battles inspire epic tales of valor across ages. The creator tempered by balance doesn't pursue every passing muse. They refine their genius with patience, birthing timeless masterpieces that stir souls for eternity. The visionary leader graced with sophrosina doesn't command through coercion. They inspire devotion through deliberate justice, forging empires of enduring harmony that echo inspiration worldwide. Temperance liberates you from the tyranny of turmoil, emancipating you from emotions that ebb and flow like treacherous tides, appetites that demand endless feasting, distractions that dilute your divine destiny. It grants you the sovereignty to affirm no with unapologetic grace when the world clamors for yes, and to proclaim yes with bold conviction when fear urges retreat. In this freedom, you unearth joy not in overabundance, but in authentic essence, power not in possession, but in profound presence, resilience not in rigidity, but in rhythmic renewal. You yearn for unbreakable peace. Master temperance and let it orchestrate serenity that silences inner storms, inspiring a calm that radiates outward like a healing aura. You seek sovereign power? Harness temperance and wield it as your invincible shield, turning potential pitfalls into platforms of progress. You crave joy, purpose, resilience, and clarity? Temperance is the eternal elixir that infuses them all, nurturing your spirit to flourish in full splendor. So, how do you embody this ancient art in your heroic odyssey? Begin by awakening to intentional awareness. Decelerate in the dash of daily demands. Inhale deeply amid the din. Contemplate your choices with purposeful grace. Discern the sacred space between stimulus and response, the pause where profound power resides. Learn to temper your desires not through denial, but through discernment of their divine place. Indulge with mindfulness, pursue with passion, but always with the wisdom of wholeness. Cultivate habits of harmony. In your quests, balance bold ambition with restorative rest, ensuring your drive fuels rather than consumes you. In connections, temper fervor with forbearance, nurturing bonds that bloom eternally rather than burn out. In adversities, balance bravery with prudence, advancing with the steady stride of a marathoner whose endurance inspires awe, rather than the sprint of the short-lived. Remember, temperance is not the prison of prohibition. It's the wings of wondrous liberation. It emancipates you from the exhaustion of extremes, empowering you to thrive timelessly. Without it, virtues warp into vices. Courage unchecked spirals into recklessness that invites ruin. Ambition untempered ignites destruction that devours dreams. Love without limits devolves into obsession that suffocates spirits. Power unrestrained morphs into tyranny that terrorizes the innocent. But with temperance as your guiding galaxy, your courage becomes noble heroism that inspires valor in the vulnerable. Your ambition, sustainable success that builds legacies of light. Your love, enduring devotion that nourishes nations. Your power, just leadership that uplifts universes. This is the ancient avenue. Not the clamor of conquest, not the frenzy of excess, but the serene stride of self-sovereignty that leads to wisdom's zenith, strength's summit, and fulfillment's fountain. In a society enslaved to more, become the enlightened emancipator who revels in enough, rooted in equilibrium, grounded in grace, present in potency. The next time the world's whirlwind demands excess, more velocity to outpace shadows, more volume to overpower echoes, more chaos to consume calm, choose temperance. Opt for depth that dives deeper than displays, peace that prevails over pressures, clarity that conquers confusion. Become the rare radiant who doesn't dominate to dazzle, who doesn't pursue peaks to prove alive, who discovers profound joy in the equilibrium of enough, inspiring a renaissance of balanced brilliance. For temperance is not the trail of truncation. It's the highway to your highest horizon, a life of unassailable strength, profound peace, and eternal fulfillment. Embrace it now, and let your tempered triumph become the inspiration that awakens the world to its own potential for harmonious greatness. Your journey to mastery begins. Temper your spirit and soar into the extraordinary.
If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.